B&H Gold.
Hello again, and welcome to another episode of B&H Gold with myself, H, and you,
B.
Yeah.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been a while. You know, that's the great thing with podcasts, so, is you don't have to do them every week, and they don't have to be the same length.
That's great, isn't it?
How great's that?
That's just
It's
brilliant.
wonderful. It's like radio without any rules.
And you could probably even swear if you could get away with it.
Well, we've towed the water with a couple of words you might not necessarily get away with on straight radio. Although, of course, Radio TT's coming up. You can get away with anything on that.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be in the
anything
pits
goes.
swearing your head off, won't
Oh,
you?
yeah.
You'll be
Absolutely.
effing this and be that. And,
Yeah.
You know. And what's that? What's that? A sidecar? What's that then? How does that differ from a motorbike? That sort of stuff.
You heard me last year then,
I
yeah?
did, yeah. It's good. That was my favourite. What's that one? What's the one with three wheels called? It was like going down. Now to our technical correspondent. No, I thought you fitted in well.
Thanks.
With all the sort of the bikery.
A lot of helmet
times,
talk.
Yeah. You're doing a lot of helmet. You're down there again though, aren't you? Yeah. Are you wandering around again? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Chris
the
Kinners
that's
and
the
all the rest of it?
plan. Yeah, I just follow in his immensely big shadow. And do you know, I think...
It was quite handy. You're both the same size.
Well, no, yeah, it's true, actually. It's incredible to me that it's come round again, to be honest. I can't quite believe it. But as with all of those things that happen around the same time every year, I think it's because it's those permanent markers that just seems to come around quicker and quicker each time. But looking forward to it. And if the weather is as good as it is as we speak today, all will be well.
It will. We hope so. It's someone told me it was going to be someone's going to be cracking the flags for the next 3 weeks.
Was it the Daily Express?
You know, the Daily Express does that every year, don't they?
Does it?
Yeah.
It's going to be the hottest summer
hottest
ever.
Summer and coldest winter. How did they get away with that? I don't know. Anyway, we're not going to dwell on the negative because,
Oh,
as
no,
you know,
sorry.
regular
Forgot.
B&H listeners, we are all about happiness and smiles here.
Right.
That's all this little podcast is about. It's trying to bring a little breath of fresh air and happiness.
A little
happiness
Beth of
vibe.
fresh air.
What did I say? A little Beth of fresh air. Oh, I see what you did there.
Thanks.
A little Beth of fresh air. Ah. Right, moving on. I looked at this popped up on in my post today. It was it's a wonderfully badly written piece, and it's the American U.S. Times, I think it was, or an online article on the U.S. Times. In any case, the amazing British island has huge sharks swimming offshore and hundreds of wild wallabies.
Where can they mean?
They will love that. Well, they mean the Isle of Man, which apparently, according to this article, the Isle of Man is home to incredible biodiversity. Well,
True.
You know, there's some truth in that,
Yeah.
biosphere and whatever, and is even referred to as the British Isles of Galapagos. I've never heard the Isle of Man called the British Isles of Galapagos.
No.
It's
No.
a new one on me, that one. Then further on, I rather like it says, it goes on about the sharks and the Manx whale and dolphin watch, which is lovely. All wonderful things are going on there. The unique harbour porpoises and their calves can be seen in Manx waters during the summer months. The best time to see them is between March and October. Other marine life that can be spotted on the Isle of Man include harbour porpoises, bottlenose dolphin, short-beaked dolphin, and minke whale. Yeah, a little bit of spell checking, or perhaps the proofreading might not go amiss there. There's a picture underneath there, which I rather like this one as well, which shows a picture of the electric tram with a caption underneath saying, "The capital of the island has a tram that is pulled by a horse."
Oh, dear.
And it's got a picture of the MER.
Oh.
There's been a lot of time spent looking at this one. They talk about the wallabies quite a bit, which, you know, is fair enough. We have got wallabies, and apparently over 500. A night in a hotel on the island can be booked from £24.50.
Oh, where are you going?
That is pretty good,
That's
actually, isn't it?
amazing.
And then this, just to finish off, it says, the British seaside town has now been voted the best in the country, and that's why you should visit this seaside town that was once considered the worst place to stay for the weekend.
Oh, I'd love to meet whoever wrote that.
It can hardly take more than 30 minutes to get to the island by plane. They clearly haven't been recently, have they?
No.
It takes 2 days just in the airport before you actually get anywhere. Oh, dear. Love it. Love that one.
Oh.
Here's another one which caught my eye as well. You might have, I don't know, you've obviously been for the odd job interview here and there. Woman bewildered after interviewer tells her she's not rough enough for the job. I was thinking of you when I saw this one.
Oh, that's lovely, that is.
A woman was flabbergasted when she received feedback on her job interview. The hiring manager rejected her because she wasn't rough enough for the office banter.
Are you allowed to say that nowadays?
I wondered about that. I assume not,
No.
realistically. Do you think you were rough enough for your office banter?
No, I'd be rough enough.
You'd be okay. I thought you'd be all right there, wouldn't
Yeah, I'd be fine.
you? Yes, apparently that's what they thought. It was there were quite a few of them, and they felt that she wouldn't really fit in because she was a bit sort of nice, really. It might sort of get a bit. It's all PC-ish, I guess, is it?
I can see why she'd be upset with that, but no doubt there might have been a payout in it. You can't say that sort of thing nowadays, can you?
I wouldn't have thought so. No, you wouldn't have thought so. They were looking into other interviews or interviewees and why you couldn't actually go there. Interview feedback. One woman said she was rejected from a telephone-based job because she wasn't tall enough. She said, I was told I was too young looking and they weren't sure people would take me seriously. It was a telephone-based job. I was nearly 30 at the time. The interviewer commented on my height, 5'2", twice during the interview and said they were a tall team.
So this isn't the rough one.
Did you get that when you came here?
No,
Did
I'm
they say,
ignoring you.
You're a bit shorty. No?
I'm ignoring you.
Oh, okay.
I'm slightly taller than 5'2".
That's true. You are actually. Oh, what about this? This I thought made me think of here as well. There was a woman who said, a third posted, I was turned down because I was too proactive. I would get frustrated very quickly at the slow pace at which they work.
That could have been me, actually.
That definitely could
have been me.
Yeah. Did you see the one about Ed Sheeran?
No, go on.
That was in there, yeah. Apparently, a cockerel in Ed Sheeran's hometown called Rory has been getting complaints from neighbours because he's too noisy in the morning.
Is that the story? Because he comes from where? Ed Sheeran comes from.
He comes from some home. Where does he say? Some hometown somewhere. It's a little Framlingham,
Right.
in Suffolk. That's his hometown or his family town.
Okay, but it's not his cockerel.
No, it's not. It's a lady called Julie Smith, and she owns Rory the cock. And apparently, he's very noisy. And well, obviously, Ed doesn't like getting up with the cock, as they say.
You only use that story so you could say that. I've got one for you. You ready?
Go on then. I'm all ears.
A driver pulled.
Don't say anything about that. I was looking at pictures of myself as a young lad the other day, and I was actually all ears.
Did you grow into them?
I think I did, yeah. But they seem to stick out more, which is weird, and they've sort of flattened as I've got older.
That's not a bad thing, is it?
Yeah.
You've been wearing a lot of scarves around your head.
Well, it could be working at Max Radio, clamping the headphones
yes,
on,
of
just sort of
course.
clamping them to my head over the years. So
Yeah.
do
you sleep in
anyone
them?
listening who's obviously got big sticky out ears, if you were thinking of a job in radio, it could be the job for you.
Yeah. Good
Anyway,
point.
go on.
A driver pulled over for speeding tried to switch places with his dog to avoid arrest, according to police. An officer in Colorado said he saw the man move over to the passenger seat on Saturday night, shortly before insisting he wasn't behind the wheel. It's alleged he showed visible signs of drunkenness and ran away from the officer when asked how much alcohol he'd consumed. But the suspect didn't get far and was caught just 18 metres, that's 60 feet away. Ooh. He was arrested in a small town called Springfield, sounds familiar, which has a population of around 1,300 people. Yeah.
Do you think his dog was called Rover?
I love that. Tried to switch places with his dog. There's only a certain level of drunkenness, I think, where you think that could possibly work as an idea to get you out of something.
And then the police would have said, oh, that's all right then.
Oh, yeah.
The dog was driving. No worries. Off you go.
I do love it. If you ever see a van parked and they've got a dog and it's sat in the driver's seat when the driver's out doing something else and it does look like the driver is the dog.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Well, yes, you've got a little dog up on the dashboard. The one that always gets me is when the dogs stick their heads out the window.
They love it. They look like well, I presume they love it.
They clearly, they're not being forced to do it.
No.
Really. If they open it, when they stick their nose out. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, dogs' noses, as we all know, are about 100 or 500 times more sensitive than our noses. And I think if I stick my head out the window and the car's zooming along at 30 or 40 miles an hour, I'm thinking, whoa, yeah, you get bombarded.
Yeah.
How come the dog doesn't get sort of absolutely knocked out by this sort of tidal wave of smells and air whistling past his nose?
If only we could ask them.
If only you could. Maybe you should. A friendly vet. That's what we need.
Right.
Friendly vet.
Okay.
Oh, look, I was looking at. I've been busy on the bloopers.
Oh, go on then.
We're doing. It's actually, bearing in mind we have actually been working hard here at Max Radio to improve standards over the years. So finding bloopers has been getting a bit difficult. I think people have been taking my plea to be a little bit more crap, because we are doing fairly well. We're only just coming up halfway through the year, and we've got one or two quite good ones.
Okay.
I wondered about Phil Gawne, but I thought I might save him for.
Oh gosh, that is possibly the best thing I've ever heard. Now it's calmed down a little bit and I've got over it. It is an absolute belter.
In programming now, he's known as Phil Gawne.
Are you definitely allowed to say that in the podcast?
I might have to bleep that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, we're not going to use Phil Gawne.
No, don't say it again.
Sorry. So we are going to use this one. Here we go. So what about this? This actually, I didn't notice. Someone, I think our Ben might have plopped this one. This was last month in April.
Manx Radio with the House Martins and Happy Hour. Oh,
this is seasonal, isn't it? You're a bit early or late.
Well, that wasn't meant to happen. Hang on, should we enjoy a little bit of... Just pretend it's December. Just pretend it's December.
Just pretend it's December.
I think we'll be hearing this again in December on the blooper reel.
Well, this was actually meant to happen. You're right. This was a little teaser to when Soundbites will return in December. Of course, this was all definitely meant to happen, but we can sort this out. Should we try? I'm quite enjoying this, though. Oh, yeah.
Imagine if you're just tuning in thinking, how long have I been asleep for?
Yeah, it's December. Happy Christmas,
Good line, Sean.
Yeah, let's try this again. Sound bites. Oh, that's better. Normal service.
Do you know, it's that feeling, isn't it, when you push something and something unexpected happens.
You've been there before, haven't you? Yes, I know. This, you might have known this one. Have you done that recently? Have you pushed anything and found anything unexpected?
Just carry on.
This one, I think it came from one of your crew. This is the wonderful Christian Jones talking to Claire Christian in a zoo, apparently. I don't actually know what's going on, but he'd gone down to talk to Claire Christian MHK about something presumably fairly serious, and this sort of thing happened.
And making it clear. Sorry, there you go.
That's great.
She is. She's having a good bark. No, hang on. Tara, stop it. She's got her ball. Hang on. Come on, next door. Go on, I'll put you next door. Come on, take your ball next door. Go on. In there. I think it... Sorry, my cat just meowed then.
We've got a zoo.
Right, I'm going into my bedroom now.
What was she doing?
That was hysterical. Oh my gosh.
I love the fact it sounds like Christian's just following her around. We must document this one.
It's where he is following her. No, don't go there.
Gosh.
Yeah, well...
Right.
It
all happens, doesn't
all
it?
happens. It all happens one way or another. And this one... I quite enjoyed this. You get, obviously with the Man in Line, which I sometimes cover doing the production, you get so many messages into the Man in Line sometimes, if it's a topical issue or one which has a lot of debate about it. Fluoridation has been a big one of late, and this call was left after the Man in Line on fluoridation a week or so back from... he didn't leave a name, the character. He's clearly a local lad, though. Clearly a local lad.
All right, yes, sir. It's Josh from Manchester. I'm just saying about the fluoride in the water there, but I don't think we should do it there, boy, because you shouldn't be contaminating the Manx water. The Manx water should not be contaminated. We should keep it fresh. We should keep it pure. We got the Sulby Reservoir there, running it well, and I don't think you should be putting nothing in it. I've been having baths for 46 years, and I tell you what, to keep my skin fresh and pure, and I'm drinking the tap water every day. Do not put the fluoride in the water, I tell you, right now. I'll be coming and having a skeet there soon, but take care now.
Please tell me Andy played that out.
I thought it probably was best that he didn't.
Oh, I could play it out tomorrow. I'm covering Man in Line
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh,
if we just bleep out one little word, it'd be all right, wouldn't it?
It'd be fine.
Ah,
be no
let's do
worries.
it.
Be no worries. Oh, well, there we go. Well, we hope that might have put a little smile on your face. Any? Have you got any little smiley faces that you've seen around of late? Any sunny smiles? Any nice smiles of late?
I really
No?
want to say
Anyone?
yes. I'm sure I have.
Yeah.
Loads.
I haven't got a classic for the last couple of
No.
weeks, I don't think. I was
Maybe
trying to
everyone's
think
been
of
too
one.
busy.
Yeah, maybe. Although I did see Tanya Anderson, the gardener, quite recently. And I must say thank you
she's-
to her
yeah.
because she dropped off a tomato plant for me. Very kind, a very rare one that she'd been growing. And she said, you can have one of these. So she dropped
lovely.
it in pretty specially. And I didn't actually see it, but I was talking to her earlier. And she always has a lovely big,
She does.
big
Yes.
beaming smile. And always
Yes.
looks happy in her work, which she
Yes.
is because she's
Yes.
doing what she loves. So there we go. I'll nominate her. And food, I'll tell you what I was thinking about the other day and something I'm making this very weekend.
Go on.
It's a divider, this one, cold soup.
Like gazpacho.
Yeah, except it's not gazpacho. I'll be making pea and lettuce soup this weekend. I'm not going to tell you why, but I am.
Why aren't you going to tell me why?
I don't want to.
But I want to know why now.
Look,
I wouldn't have
tell you.
wanted to know why
I know, that's
before,
why I
but
said
now
it.
I really
That's
want
why
to
I said
know
it,
why.
because now
Tell me why.
It's just going to really bug
Just
you.
tell me why.
No. not
Why?
gonna- No. You can
Have you got
carry on.
people
No,
round?
No, so I'm going to turn it off in a minute. There might be having people round. I'm not saying.
Have you
but
got a
I'm
lot of
making-
peas?
Pardon me?
You got a lot of peas?
Well, I will have once I've been to the freezer. I haven't got peas in the. I have got peas in the garden, but they're not ready yet. But there will be pea and lettuce soup with tarragon.
But why can't you just heat it up? Like you could have it cold if you wanted.
You can
but
have it
then
cold.
if you've got people coming round, have you?
Might have.
Right. Then they could have it warm.
They could, but they're not getting it warm. They're getting it cold because it's cold soup.
No, because it makes me sort of gag a little bit.
Was that more of a belch than a gag?
It's the thought of it being cold. I
Yeah.
mean, it's cold things that are meant to be cold. Ice cream, meant to be cold. Soup, not meant to be cold.
Well, you can have fruit soup, can't you?
What?
Fruit soup.
Is that not just fruit juice?
No, it's fruit soup.
No, it's juice.
No, it's not.
It's
soup.
juice.
It's soup.
It's juice.
It's not juice. You can have fruit soup and you can have cold soup, and it's not the same as juice, and it's not the same as hot soup. It's cold soup. And
Juice
it's not
from
juice.
fruit is juice.
I didn't say it's just juice. Just from is juice, but cold fruit soup isn't just juice.
I don't believe you.
It's got other things with it.
No.
Right, we'll ponder that one for a while then. You need to pick a little bit of music. What's some nice piece of music? Pick something you've been listening to recently. You really
Something
like.
that I have been listening
Yeah,
to
well, in the last couple of weeks.
recently. Do you know, I've not
Or the
listened
kids
to a
been playing, or
great deal of
something
music.
you've heard
I
in the
couldn't, honestly.
Top
I
of
mean,
the tops, or
I honestly know I sound like a very old person.
well, you're not far off.
But
I mean, you passed your first flush of youth. Put it that way. Go on.
says you. Yeah? Says you. I don't know a lot of these modern ones. I tell you what I do like.
Beat combos.
I tell you what I do like.
Beatles. Pickety Witch. Oh.
Will you stop? What I like, Deacon Blue, Ship Called Dignity. Like that one. Nice 80s track. Always reminds me on a Friday night, there's always the Top of the Pops reruns. We're into 1994, just coming to the end of the run of Wet, 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 which is at the top, did you know, for 15 weeks, knocked off by Wigfield. But yeah, Deacon Blue. They're a good band. It's a
Deacon Blue.
good sing-along one.
Perfect
And what are you doing at the weekend?
This weekend, I might get in the garden if it's nice.
What else are you doing?
Might go to Tesco's.
What
All
else
the
are you,
shops are available.
what are you doing? Are you making anything?
Yeah, I'm making cold soup
Why?
because I'm serving it for dinner.
I told you, I knew I'd find out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right, lovely. Right, we'll see you next time. Say bye.
Bye.
There's a man I meet, walks up our street. He's a worker for the council, has been 20 years. And he takes no lip off nobody and litter off the gutter. Puts it in a bag and never thinks to mutter. And he packs his lunch in his sunblessed bag. The children call him bogey, he never lets on. But I know 'cause he once told me, he let me know a secret about the money in his kitty. He's gonna buy a dinghy, gonna call her Dignity. And I'll send him up the west coast, through villages and towns. I'll be on my holidays, they'll be doing the rounds. They'll ask me how I got it, I'll say I saved my money. They say, isn't she pretty? That ship called Dignity. And I'm telling a story in a faraway scene, sipping down raki and reading Maynard Keynes. And I'm thinking about home and all that that means, and a place in the winter for dignity. And I'll send her up the west coast, villages and towns. I'll be on my holidays, they'll be doing the rounds. They'll ask me how I got it, I'll say I saved my money. Say, isn't she pretty? That ship called Dignity.
B&H don't condone smoking or any other dirty habits that are bad for you other than the ones Beth likes. Any similarity between the podcast B&H Gold and the Benson & Hedges cigarette of the same name is intentional and done purely for comic effect, albeit piss poor. Beth Espy is the registered trade name of Beth Espy Enterprises, available for voiceovers, corporate hosting, TV shows about cars, talking about motorbikes with greasy biker types, and looking after other people's children, but not at the same time. H is the first letter of Howard Kane. The series is sponsored by no one at all. It isn't likely to be. Alex Brindley loves trains.